Money, money. So week 3 is done. It's been done for a few days. I like making these videos a few days after I finish to like actually know how I feel after I finish a week. So, okay, I completed the task. How does it actually feel a few days after? Do I feel better? So far, so good. So this week was about the financial foundations and my target audience avatar. So first one is getting in control of my money. Basically the 3 main ones that, if you've 3 books expert, if you've heard of that one, I like that concept. So this one is Richest Man in Babylon, I Will Teach You to Be Rich, and Dave Ramsey, the Total Money Makeover. Basically these 3, if you just do the basic concepts of these books, you're doing better than I think 75% of the world. I've heard something like that. 80%, you're doing great. You're gonna retire, you're gonna be fine. Do the baby steps for Dave Ramsey. Have an IRA, invest in index funds according to Ramit Sahib, and average spend Babylon, just save, honestly, don't spend more than you have. So luckily I've been lucky enough not to ever use credit cards extensively. I tried them with the rewards, but I don't make enough money for the rewards to be worth it. So number one, I need to make more money. So whenever I will go to Fidelity and I ask, hey, can I invest some of my money? And they politely say in their website, I forget the exact wording, but it's basically, you're poor, come back when you are rich or have money. So, okay, I need to figure out how to get a job that gets more of an income. I'm just glad that I have my expenses very low. So that is having the financial done. So then next is having an audience avatar, which I thought I would need these books for. Turns out I really don't. I just got to know what my strengths are. So Strengths Finder, which I actually don't have that book at the moment. That was a leadership book. So knowing what your strengths are, knowing what my vision of what I want, so high level vision. The next one is know what my target audience is so that I can make an offer. So if I can define my audience that can help me get to my vision, and I can define them very easily, then I can make an offer that will help them, help me, help you, help them. Yes. So I have 3 main target audiences: the music fans that will actually go out to events, the mobile DJ companies, and third are couples, engaged couples. I've DJ'd a few weddings. They're not the most creative. They don't let me be as creative. It's very much, here's the playlist, play these songs, do this format, this is your wedding. And so I will first try to get a job at a wedding company. Or not a wedding company, I was trying to get a job at a DJ company. I'll maybe do some DJ assistant work at some weddings and see if I can help these couples make the wedding more creative. If not, I'm just doing the wedding for the money at that point, to what I call financial fuel. Because if you don't have money, the project won't work. The project won't get off the floor if you don't have any financial gain. I've looked into it. I went to my therapist many, many times about why do we have to do money, and if you don't have money, you can either be homeless or in an indigenous tribe. Even when you're homeless, the government tries to kick you out and get a job. So like indigenous tribe, I think, is the only option maybe. And I'm not going to do that. I don't think I'd be accepted into one. I'm not doing it. So to find the target audience, and then, so now that I have that defined, one other thing that was kind of important was having an anti-audience. So things that seems like I should, or people that I should entertain the idea of, I should entertain people as a DJ, but the audience that I should focus on, and then there's the audience that seems like a good idea, but actually isn't in reality. So I'm nearsighted. There comes the glasses. So there are the influencers that have 10 to 15,000 followers that are like, hey, I'll go to your event and you get some views. But if their content is heavily focused on themselves as opposed to the musician, I probably shouldn't focus on them, because they are more, the audience just really cares about them. They don't really about going to the event. It's that influencer's content that makes them laugh. Their audience won't actually go to events. So if I'm looking for an influencer to team up with, I will need to have someone that their audience also goes out to events. So I have to, it's not necessarily all influencers between 10 and 50,000. It's what type of content do they post and what is their audience, and do our audiences match? Is pretty important. I've been a mobile DJ for a while, so another audience would be called price shoppers. Anyways, what's the lowest bottom of the barrel price? You're never going to win on price. Alex Hormozy says that all the time, as well as many other business experts. If you're going to compete on price, it's a losing game. Price shoppers is what we call it in the mobile DJ industry, or coordinators who don't have a budget and they're just shopping around. I don't have the closing ability of sales just yet for those, so I'm just gonna, that's not a good use of my personal time at this point in time. As of December 13th, 2025, I don't have the closing skills, so I'm gonna avoid them. Couples who don't have an event date, or planners that don't have an event date and they're around. At this point in time, I'm trying to get that job to get my foot back into DJing. I could definitely network later with those people that don't have event dates, but not their current focus at this 12-week year. People that want to be mentor or are asking for me to be their mentor don't have the time at the moment to do that. I'm looking to get back to be a mobile DJ again. And then it's a lot of controversy or difference of opinions is having my content targeted towards musicians or other DJs or other people in the entertainment industry. That my content should not be focused on them. It should be focused on what my target audience is. So I will have my content focused on, right now, those three things. So those, it seems, so my three would be, again, one more time, event professionals, party goers, and couples. So those are the three I want to focus on. The other ones seem like I should, but not really focus on those three. Primarily the other businesses at the moment, and local party goers, Central and South Florida party goers, to be more specific. So cool, doing that. Next week, I am doing offers, which actually I just completed today. So I'm in the middle of next week, but I already finished offers to my target audience, which I'm focusing on businesses. What can I offer businesses? So that'll be in the next video. There you go. Cool. Thanks.